Hello folks and welcome back. Today we will be playing with an Undine Illusionist, and this is the attributes I came up with, which will give us a decent water and dark and astral damage, and we'll be playing in normal. First, let's open our character sheet and adjust our deck a bit. I will be using mostly the Illusionist cards here. Also add a Phantasmal Blade, keep the Dancing Lights, I will leave them to 2. Also reduce the Ghost Pains because both Look into My Eyes and Ghost Pain are explicitly targeting non-undead. So if we end up meeting undead, they will be both useless. I will also remove the inconspicuous disguise and increase the tranquility, and also remove this wet and splash here. Actually, let's put this back in. Okay, so this is the deck we'll be starting with, and let's see how it will go. So confidence is one of Illusionist resources, and it's used to either make cards stronger or as a resource to spend and use various effects. Illusionist relies a lot on synergy, so this is a class you should be playing after you have understand how synergy works exactly. Let's start with a Dancing Light, and as you can see now with the active synergy, this Dancing Light deals 4 to 8 astral, and this deals 3 to 7 water. We can reuse it to meditate and focus. This will restore 2 action points, and we will draw 2 cards. Let's play Opening Act. Your confidence gets +2, inflict vulnerable 2, and also get this synergy damage. But if our confidence is higher or equal to 4, then this action itself will deal damage. This is the deal 4 to 9 damage bonus effect, and we can follow up with our weapon. Study the Grimoire, I will get Stage Fright. Discard 1, your defense gets -3. These all are disadvantages, but we get to Afterimage, the Opening Act, which normally costs 3 action points. And what Afterimage does is it simply smart casts the Opening Act into the most suitable target, which will be an enemy. Let's continue. They are non-undead, so we can easily target them. Let's use Dancing Lights. Follow with Look into My Eyes, now has damage synergy. Stun this one, or try to. It actually will finish here after. Make his bounce, check the backpack, get the bombs. You can get that too. We're removing them. While in stash, I can add them freely at any point. And if you are curious about what these icons means, now you can hover and find out. Let's continue. Let's use look into my eyes and now sleep. Ghost pain. And I can also use this, but there is no reason because we have a good defend. The skeleton will shield up. Let's after image the stage fright. And we have this damage plus 4 synergy because the opening act targeted this enemy right here. And we can get 2 multicasted, 4 to 8 water damage to both. Seals again. Now if I would have let him, he would have sealed it up again, and that would be taking too much time. Let's remove this from our deck. So we have the Poet and the Pond event, and well, let's save him or let him die. I will get Yorick. We already seen the Ghosts of Pride. I could benefit from the extra card drawing here. And as it happens, the ghosts are an illusionist card, so I hope that I will get to find them again. Let's multicast this synergy. We have a confidence of 2, now it will get 4 and get the bonus effect as well. Ghost pain, lots of lights, synergy. So now if I use this card on me, apparently I will be the one getting this damage, so mind where you target your spells if you see these active card modifications damage. Or another damage effect. There are plenty of those. Study the grimoire. Darkness, discard 1, concealment gets 10%, synergy sneak attack. Also Phantasmal Shield, which is a great defensive card, and you only need 1 in the deck because more might overflood your hand. I will take the dog. And in his master's backpack we found also a treasure and an alchemist bomb. Let's continue. We'll play Yorick. And now sleep. I will trigger the active synergy with Yorick and reactivate him. Play look into my eyes. No, I will just keep it, but I will put this guy here in the front and reactivate Yorick. So he gets the stun synergy, and she might get stunned when this action echoes. At the moment I will end my turn. So now if I reactivate Yorick, I will increase in despair and it will be higher or equal to 2. So I will get this negative healing, which will harm me. Actually, I will discard this card. And let's now add the dancing lights in the inconspicuous disguise. Stage fright in the tranquility and the ghost pain.
Level up.
And let's do a card. Activate Yorick's ability. Phantasmal Blade. Okay, I will stop here. So Yorick was unsummoned, his lifespan expired, and we cleared the first boss. Let's get Legerdemain. This one requires for us to expend confidence. It will increase the vulnerable counters in the target by -3. This means that it will remove 3 vulnerable counters and deal 2 to 5 piercing damage. If the enemy still has vulnerable counters, then I will get to recraft it. So this card basically, what it does, it expends 1 confidence, remove 3 vulnerable counters from an enemy in order to replicate itself. Let's check our perks first. We can get Entertainer, which increase our charisma by +1, and each time we craft a Dancing Lights card, we craft 1 more. Or we can get Supernatural Resilience, Captivating, Astral Damage, Water Affinity, and I will be getting the Captivating. And increase my agility. Okay, so let's play 1 opening act in the enemy with the most hit points, put him in the front. Second opening act, third opening act, Sad War, and Ghost Pain. Inside, I will shuffle backpack, use the treasure map, get the 2 bombs. Inside, play Yorick, and I press X to close this pop-up here, and I will be removing this from my deck. Actually, you can press X to close almost every pop-up in the game, including your character sheet. Let's use Look Into My Eyes. Try to stun this one. We have a potential of 2, so we can stun up to level 2 targets. And play also And Now Sleep, which can attempt to stun this one. Now I will be focusing my efforts on the other 2. Five to 10 dark. Okay, that should be enough. And let's activate once Yorick to draw a card. I won't use this card now, since I suspect that both of them won't act. Both of them were stunned, immobilized. Let's boost our defense. Now we can use an inconspicuous disguise. Ghost pain. Detect illusions, multicast. Your resist astral gets +3. If target enemy has +1 illusory copy counters, action gets defend 3. Illusory copy is an AI tactic. You might have seen it in con artists that replicate themselves and other illusionists. And it's quite interesting card to have in your stash. So I will move it into my stash. Continue. Get this. I will also get the little potion. Let's stash it. Buy some rations. We spent one ration when we were helping the dog, which should be somewhere in our deck. Let's use dancing lights and inconspicuous disguise. I need to destroy this beetle because it will deal the most damage. It can't take flight anymore because it's below half. Also the panther for its enrage, then opening act, and summon the dog to the trick. Now vulnerable won't help, so stage fright will only give us this synergy damage. But this one now can deal damage, and it will deal 4 to 8 plus 2 damage to this skeleton here. Right click your dog, get the defend. They can't be stunned, but I will just end my turn. So in order for teamwork to work, remember you need to target an ally that is still active, unexhausted. And now this became a damage of +5 synergy, because it's +4 plus the ally level. And I can inject this damage to my opening act, and it will translate to 5 to 10 astral damage. Okay, and your turn. Study the grimoire. I will get another insight. Shuffle backpack. Get both, play Yorick, and continue. Now sleep. Damage with Yorick's ability. Trigger it. Get the tranquility bonus. And I can probably end my turn here. Opening Noct and Ghost Pain. Just so the key to finishing normal is to be prepared, and you can get prepared with your stash. So stash it with bombs, elixirs and other things you can easily fetch when you need them, as we have seen plenty of times. Let's do a dancing lights inconspicuous disguise. One more. And I will end my turn. See, dispelled all my buffs. That's always a pity. He is particularly resistant to both Astral and Dark. So let's inject some damage into our Ghost Pain card, which deals 4 to 9 piercing and 2 intense. Do an amplify. Use the weaken here. We can't weaken Cornwell, he is level 5, as you can see in this info box here. And the potential of our cards is 3, those that have 1 level. That's my level plus the card level, 2 plus 1. Let's use the hunting dog. And end my turn. I will use the inconspicuous disguise because it's water damage. Or that's 6 to 12 minus 4. I will use this here. That's 5 to 10 astral, but I'll also have the bonus to use the disguise. And a firebomb. I won't risk it, I will fetch 2 bombs and Yorick. And get realistic illusions. But first I will actually add a point into my willpower. So now it becomes 17. And remove the alchemist bomb. Discard this. And summon the Yorick here. Let's do Dancing Lights, Tranquility, Opening Act, Tranquility, Dancing Lights. Can you see how easily the Illusionist can synergize damage, and along with the Tranquility you can keep the offensive going and going, and making the living so vulnerable that they can no longer handle your attacks. I will of course get Ice Rain. It has multicast 3. It will deal 5 to 10 water damage 3 times to 3 random enemies, and each time it will get amplified, because the moment I will play this card, this amplifies energy will be injected into the card, and then it will say, okay, let's use this card 3 times to the first 3 enemies. And each of the 3 copies will have this amplifying them, and the third one, the last one, will also give us a synergy. So, very good option. Let's play Look Into My Eyes. Try to stun this one. Follow up with this one. And end my turn. So these two won't act. This one will attack. Play Opening Act. The dog now has deals bludgeoning damage. That's why I'm using it like so. And use this here, because this is undead. Continue. So as we pass through a small settlement, there is a small crowd, and of course I can not do anything. That will create a down node for me. I will help him and get the Acrobat Thief.
Relax, I'm just gonna borrow it. Permanently.
Who can one-shot almost everything it can inflict vulnerable at. That is at this point anything with level 3 or less. So let's do this here on the Elf Exorcist. And if you read the log, you will see how much this vulnerable came into play to eliminate him. Let's boost our defend. It's here. I will let this guard me mutate. Use it on the dog and multicast it. Now this card won't do much in the Order Seeker because it can't make her vulnerable. So she will just take 3 times 1 intense damage. Not such a big deal. But if you could get her vulnerable, then each 1 intense damage would translate to a very large number of damage. Now that she is vulnerable from our Shadow Orb, which has potential for, that's why it affected here. We can again dagger act here for 15 damage this time. Dagger act didn't add any vulnerable counters, and the bleedings all failed. But since he already had these vulnerable counters, the intense damage increased to 5 per casting. Either way, this acrobat thief is coming with me. Treasure map, I will get the bomb to the stash and shuffle backpack to play the treasure map. We are going to a town, so we'll be selling these accessories and weapons we got. Sell equipment, they were both weapons. We don't have any commodities, so let's check. Now in allies and hideouts, formerly mercenaries and pets, you can see that you can also find your unique allies, which were previously exclusive only to the adventure mode. And let's take Rongjan and try him out. His reaction card is pretty powerful. Leave town. Also you need to do a shuffle and backpack. Now the worst nightmare for an illusionist is undead. Most of illusionist cards deal with non-undead. They can stun, they can inflict vulnerable, and facing off undead, for example, this card is now useless. Let's bring in the hunting dog, get his ability. Let's backpack Yorick.
What you see is what you get.
Do another opening act. At least we won't get much damage. That was unfortunate. So since we are playing in normal mode, we can retain our progress and resume. It always leave a bitter aftertaste when you're ping-ponged like that,
What you see is
but
what you get.
it happens. And you shouldn't really let that discourage you. Let's end our turn. So what I should have done in the previous encounter, and I would have done it if this mod was Iron Man, I was to fetch some bombs and try to kill as many of the undead hordes where possible, but honestly I was expecting not to die at this point, but it happens. I will get to walk on thin ice. Let's use ice rain.
Not see them dodge my attack.
Wrong jump. Play his reaction card. And now any card, like this one, has a sneak attack. And also deals damage, whereas before wasn't. So you can use your dog and eliminate one enemy. And reactivate him, if you will, and just attack. It didn't work. Let's use water form. Pretty expensive, worth every penny. Rung Zhao is unique. But it's just also bringing
Relax, I'm just gonna
acrobacy.
borrow it. Permanently.
Use Rung Zhao ability. Put Rung Zhao in the background. Form. Mina can take lots of piercing damage, so let's see if we have a piercing card. This one, backflip. Can also use dagger act, the novice illusionist. Play the dog, bring him in the front. I don't want to lose Rung Zhao accidentally. Let this mutate. Now the secret will harm not only me but my allies as well. And I will use the teamwork here. Multicasting. Get dancing lights, Rung Zhao ability. Play. Finish of Mina. And just attack. Rung Zhao died because of the desecrate. But since we got him back, it's okay.
Let's see them dodge my attack.
Let's finish off the Bockmeyer. Let's get
What you
Yorick.
see is what you get.
Reactivate Rung Zhao.
Level up.
Now we have a very large vulnerability. So instead of letting this one attack me, what I will do is take the despair damage, reactivate Rung Zhao and sacrifice him to kill the pickle. We have some new cards here we can take. We also have perks. And I will take Serenity. This will maximize the effect of our Meditate from the Tranquility. And I will take Pull Under. Pull Under can summon the Drone Dead, which has the special of Pull Under, this card here. And it's overall quite powerful. Let's stun those guys before they get to take flight. Acrobat Thief.
Relax, I'm just gonna borrow it. Permanently.
Dagger Act. And actually now we played all these cards, we got Fatigue 5 and we are almost quite good at action points because of the insane amount we can now Synergy Meditate Restore. We'll take the Sunstone token and equip it. Let's use the Ice Rain. Add the Dancing Light Synergy into the Inconspicuous Disguise. We'll be dealing water damage, which we amplified with our previous water action. And continue. the elixir and the sickle to sell it in town. Let's enter here. Oh, that's a big... Let's use saffron backpack. Discard this, I will remove them. In fact, will also increase my agility. Let's be opening act, dancing lights, dancing lights.
What you see is what you get.
And I will do one Yorick draw card. Let's continue. Let's leave her here with the walk on thin ice.
Let's see them dodge my attack.
Let's reactivate Rungja with his ability. And now in order to successfully pull under someone, it needs to be non-undead. We'll get a frostbite, which will be harming us. You can look up what frostbite does here. And we can deal 9 damage. We can certainly deal 9 damage to her, and at least 8 damage to him. So let's use this first. Maybe use Rungja's ability, but now we can't use pull under. It's okay.
Relax, I'm just gonna borrow it. Permanently.
Let's continue. So she's as good as dead, and let's use Rungja's ability on the nose. We'll apply a blood tribute. Pull under here doesn't work because it stays alive. Multicasting this tranquility synergy restores us a tremendous amount of action points. And we can continue. also play Hunting Dog. Now I won't risk attacking with Rung Zhao at here, but I can attack at him. And we can also attack with our dog, and I will let the guard me mutate. Now I can use any card, and it will deal sneak attack, and it will deal damage. He's undead, this won't work. Let's do water forms. I will use Tranquility, multicast it 5 times, multicast it 3 times with this card. Now you might wonder why this guy didn't do damage. Remember, we are dealing chaotic, we are targeting a random enemy. So 3 times we targeted one of these 3 randomly. But we also replenished a large amount of action points. Water form. That's a bit of an overkill. Lights, drinking the dog.
Relax, I'm just gonna borrow it. Permanently.
Let's loot the backpack contents. I will replace my accessory with this one. Much better for a sylph, for a Undine, sorry. And also will remove the bomb from my deck. We have now a healing 4 synergy. I can add it in this card for a maximum effect. Also play the water form in the pool under. He's undead. At least in this case you don't get to lose your precious synergies. So you can't use Pulander in Undead, already told you that, but sometimes I'm a bit reckless. Now the only reason I did that was to give the card experience by using it. No other reason.
Level up.
Let's play Yorick.
What you see is what you get.
Now Yorick has +2, it gives +2 despair, but we also get to draw 2 cards. So we'll be paying 4 life just by reactivating Rongzhao. But I want to level up this card some more to get most of it. Nice. And now sleep. So I can actually level up this Rongzhao by attacking here. He's now level 3. Discard this one. Pull under. We get Drowned for free. And he has the pull under ability. Of course, he has also a lifespan of 1, so I will just use him to attack. Let's use our Shadow Orb here. And now sleep. And I will use the Inconspicuous Disguise for the sake of boosting my defense to 19. And let's see the spell does. That's Rongzhao execution. Now when you after image a card, it always targets the first enemy. Or yourself or your ally, depending which is the best target. In this case it
I'm
was
just gonna borrow it permanently.
First enemy. Let's use Dancing Lights, Conspicuous Disguise, and attack with our Rongzhao. I will first deal with the Mimic, because it can clone itself with illusory copy, and I don't want that. So let's Playing these cards have the benefit of also amplifying and increasing our water damage further. Only this one left, and we'll finish him off with the waterfall. We are outside of the rabbit hole and we can continue. Buy some rations, continue. Let's use our hydrokinesis. Waterfall for this one.
What you see is what you get.
Reactivate. We are fatigued, unfortunately. We could have finished here as well. See us hydrokinesis here. So we need to replenish some hit points before we reach the boss. We'll also try to get the walk on thin ice.
Relax, I'm just gonna borrow it. Permanently.
It's a reaction, so I won't be able to keep this card if I play something else, and I don't want to kill him with Rung Zhao to risk losing him, so I will just play Tranquility on Rung Zhao. That heals him, but we lost the card. Let's get this. So, Moira, Wicked Water. Couldn't be more perfect. Let's Rung Zhao here out of existence with my hydrokinesis. Use Ghost Pain here. Bring in the dog. Let the guard me ability mutate. Any card will do the trick. And we are level 5 and on stage 5. Check our perks. Expert hypnotists. It's a very interesting situation. Illusions. I will save them in order to get the malleable illusions. Boost agility further. Card trick is also a very interesting card to have, as long as you can have confidence and you can use it, and also fake it. You will get let's do a deck reorganizing. Some of these cards will go right back in, like the Acrobat Thief, like Rongzhao, like Yorick, like Pulander. And from skills, I will add the 3 fake it. Opening acts, dancing lights, tranquility. We can replace inconspicuous disguise with deluge. And this looks good enough.
What you see is what you get.
Let's use fake it. And we can now expand till you make it for confidence. And you will get the card trick. Now I can get to reuse fake it, recraft till you make it, and perhaps get also dancing shadows. Let's just use them to attack. And I can use card trick 4 times now. 1, 2, 3. I can use it more actually, but I will, as long as I can't expend confidence, this card won't work. And 1 time with the dog. Okay, so we have adult Riblix, we have Wormlings. Let's use. They are resistant to water. He is not. And this doesn't have any resistances. Play fake it. I won't be playing till you make it. I will expend all my confidence trying to use the card trick, but first let's do dancing lights. So here. We can expend up to 5 confidence, but we won't have the necessary mana. Let's do tranquility. Play a deluge. Tranquility. Play a deluge.
Dodge my attack.
Rungzhao when arrives has a kill chance of 10% to kill the first enemy in the battlefield. So you can, or the one you target. This I just used, dragged him into the summon zone, so it automatically targeted the first one, but I could have targeted a different enemy. Let's continue. Take this. Drone, of course. And continue. Let's remove the commodity from the deck. Spoons. And at this point I will be resuming in the next video. See you in a bit.